Hey everybody, Wink here from Shadow Podcast. This week, I want to talk to you about Grand Master Yoda and the way you mod him, because I see a lot of people still modding him for speed, and Jedi teams nowadays, you don't need speed on Grand Master Yoda. It's ineffective, and it's costing you damage, and maybe costing you wins in the arena. Who knows? I've been suggesting this for a while now on the podcast, and everyone that I've talked to that has tried it loves it. I've been doing it for quite a while, and it's really effective, and I'm going to explain that here in a second. But if you don't already know, we are a weekly podcast that covers Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. You can find us here on YouTube, twitch.tv/ShatteredOrder. You can find us in any podcatcher that you enjoy listening with. And, of course, discord.me/ShatteredOrder. You can come chat with us and find out everything that we have going on. So let's go ahead and jump into it. And the first thing I'm going to do is talk about his most important ability. The most important ability that Grand Master Yoda has is his basic ability. That is because of this one line of text that states, if that enemy has 50% or more health, Yoda gains 40% turn meter. This is important because anytime he's called into assist, he does his basic ability. That gives him 40% turn meter. The special ability that Revan's leader ability provides, that allows Yoda to use his basic ability. Bastila Shan, Jolie Bendo, General Kenobi, Ezra. All of these characters have abilities that call in characters. So does Revan. And Qui-Gon Jinn. Most Jedi that you want to use can call in a Jedi, and most of the ones that I use in my arena team, I usually select Grandmaster Yoda because of the amount of turn meter that he gains, and it's great because you don't need speed on him. You want offense. When you're going as often as he goes, taking as many turns as he takes, you want to do as much damage as possible because adding speed to him has diminishing returns. You're not getting as much benefit from that speed as you would if it were on another character, just because other characters don't have the turn meter gaining effects in their abilities that Grandmaster Yoda has. His other ability, Battle Meditation, it offers 75% turn meter to Grandmaster Yoda whenever he uses it if he's on a team of full Jedi. He gets the 35% plus the 10% for each other Jedi ally. His other special ability, in which he uses to steal the buffs from the other team, Master Stroke, it gives him 100% turn meter. So right at the beginning of the battle, say if you have a fast Revan, as you'll see later in this video, he calls in the Mass Assist. That almost guarantees that Grandmaster Yoda gets 100% turn meter. Then you can spread foresight, you can steal buffs, and you have a ton of turn meter. Then if you have someone, waiting around, like, you can have Hermit Yoda next to call back in Grandmaster Yoda and give him the 40% turn meter, and then he's got another turn coming, or Bastila Shan, General Kenobi, all these characters can do that. So that is the main reason why you want to go all damage on Grandmaster Yoda. Now, the next thing that we need to look at is his actual stats. I have my Grandmaster Yoda up here on the screen, as you'll see. I have a full offense set. Second set bonus I don't particularly care about too much. I am maximizing offense. I have 3 offense primaries. The square mod, the arrow mod, and the plus mod are all offense primaries. And then the triangle is crit damage primary. And the reason for that, as I will show you here on the screen, if you go over to shatteredorder.com/mods, I actually have this graphic there, and you can go look at it. What I actually did was I modded up a resistance trooper. Most characters are going to be the same. The gear 12 pieces, or whatever pieces you have in that gear level, may affect this one way or the other by a little bit. But for the most part, this is a pretty good guide to go off of when you're trying to figure out how to mod characters. So this looks at the maximum damage on average per attack. So obviously, an offense set with an offense primary is going to be the most if you're never critting. And that stays true up until you get to about 16-17% crit chance, which ironically is where Grandmaster Yoda is. He's right at 16.67%, I believe. And at that point, it switches from offense set bonuses with an offense triangle to offense set with a crit damage triangle. That then becomes the most effective and most damage output set bonus, and by a pretty considerable margin in those mid-range crit chance areas. So whenever you go from about 16-17% crit chance up to 70-72% crit chance, that is going to be your most effective. And then as you go above that, it'll be your crit damage set with your crit damage primary, the 216 or 222% crit damage. So for Grandmaster Yoda, you want him to be in that mid-range because there's obviously a lot of crit immunity, crit avoidance, stuff like that in Traya teams, in other Revan teams. Jolie Bindo, General Kenobi offers up crit immunity. So you still want to be doing a lot of damage with that offense set bonus. But the times when you do crit, you do want it to be a very powerful attack. And that is why you have the crit damage triangle. So that is what I highly suggest for Grandmaster Yoda. Now, as we move back into looking at the stats for Grandmaster Yoda. Mine is 232 speed. He only has 69 additional speed. I'm not worried about that because of the amount of turn meter that he gains on a Jedi team. It's not speed I don't particularly care about at all. He has the 192% crit damage, and then we go down to physical offense. I don't care about that either because he does special damage as stated in his abilities. So I will keep going down to special offense. Special offense, mine has just under 6,800 special offense. I have added a ton with secondary stats from mods. To me, offense secondaries are just as important as speed secondaries, especially for characters like Grandmaster Yoda. It's more important. Whatever process you do about slicing up speed secondaries, I do that for offense secondaries for Yoda. 6,000 is kind of the threshold. You would like your Grandmaster Yoda to be above 6,000 offense. The more you get above that, the better. 6,400 is a really good benchmark. Like if you're in that 6,400 range, I mean, you are doing absolutely fantastic. Now let's go ahead and just jump into some actual gameplay footage. And this will kind of be part of my argument for why you shouldn't care about speed. So Hermit Yoda calls in Grandmaster Yoda. He's now at full turn meter because of the special ability. Sorry, basic ability. He just uses basic ability twice because Bastila Shan called him in. So after Ezra calls him in, he's back at 100% turn meter. He can spread the buffs that Bastila Shan gave him. And now Revan is ready to call in the Mass Assist. And hey, Grandmaster Yoda, full turn meter again. I mean, that is a lot of attacks that he just did in a really short time span. So this is another example of just him gaining a ton of turn meter and doing a ton of damage in a really short time frame. I love the special ability that Revan offers with his leader ability. I use that. I basically just volley that back and forth between Grandmaster Yoda and Revan, whether it is arena or raid. Now, I will say, for the raid, because you don't have to worry about crit immunity, you don't have to worry about like crit avoidance on Traya teams or anything of the sort, you are probably free to go with a crit damage set, crit damage primary, and then go with 3 offense primaries. You still don't have to worry about speed, but the team should have high enough crit chance that you can get away with a crit damage set. I just didn't really bother with switching mods around. So that's why that's the set I still used in my raid run. But ideally, you could go with crit damage and be perfectly fine. Again, no need to bother with speed. Let's go ahead and jump into some arena battles, and I'm show you, kind of how he does and the advantage of having a lot of offense on him, because as you'll see, a lot of the other Yodas I see in my arena, they have a lot of speed on them, but they don't need it. And there's diminishing returns when you're adding speed to characters that gain turn meter. This goes for any character in the game that gains a lot of turn meter with abilities like Grand Master Yoda does. You're not getting the full benefit from those. And if you're sacrificing offense to gain speed, it's even less beneficial because you're going more often and therefore you want to do even more damage on each of those attacks. So this is kind of a mirror match. This is Dark Diggler's team in my arena, who has some pretty ridiculous mods. And these teams can be really frustrating, especially Jolie, because of the amount of health that he has. He can be really hard to kill. And that is another reason why it's great to have a Yoda that can do so much damage, especially just on a basic ability that's not even a crit. I'm doing significantly more damage with the way I have mine modded than if he was modded for speed. And that is really important because of all the assist abilities and everything you got going on here. It's really effective. I have been suggesting this modding strategy for well over a month on the podcast, and everyone I've talked to that has tested it has found it to be really effective and very useful. And I don't see any reason to stay with the speed set bonus on Grandmaster Yoda. Here's another one. So you're going to see the enemy Grandmaster Yoda gain a ton of turn meter. And look, he already got rid of the buffs that my Revan put on him. This wasn't during my arena payout. I was kind of testing. I wanted to show people how much turn meter he gains, and that's how much he gains. I mean, it was almost instantly he got rid of the buff immunity and marked. And so, yeah, my Basilishan just now got rid of it. And, his Yoda had it gone in no time at all. And that's because of all the turn meter that he gains whenever he's called in to use his basic ability. So I'm going to let this footage keep playing, and for the most part, I mean, go with the offense. It is really effective. Highly recommend it. Of course, with Revan, you want to go almost entirely all speed. Crit damage, triangles, obviously good, but speed is really important for him because he calls in Grandmaster Yoda, gives him the speed. You can get marked out early. Really important stuff. There's a couple other kind of turn meter things that I've noticed that I found to be really effective, actually. So one of the things I found that works really well is Hermit Yoda's basic ability that gives the 5% turn meter to Jedi. That can be really effective for, whenever you have those mass assists, everyone gaining turn meter can give you a little bit of an advantage. I love using Hermit Yoda. I've been switching up my team just for fun, but Hermit Yoda is absolutely awesome because of that. He kind of speeds everyone up just a little bit, whenever you use Mart or General Kenobi uses his mass assist. And then you have Basilishan, who gives turn meter to the entire team every time she goes. So that's obviously beneficial. But, man, Grandmaster Yoda, he's like the little gremlin that, ate after midnight whenever he gets, offense set bonus and offense primaries. He is just a total wrecking ball. He can do some significant damage, obviously, in the raids. I mean, there have been people that did 15 million damage in phase 2 of the raid. I think my best is 9.5 or so. I haven't remodded him for crit damage yet. If I did, that would make a significant difference. Of course, because you're doing more damage. But like I said, in the arena, you kind of want to go with the offense set just because of the whole crit immunity and crit avoidance and all that sort of stuff that, obviously factors in. All right, everyone, thanks for checking out the video. I hope you guys will hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed it. I really hope that you found this beneficial and useful. Hope you guys will check out the podcast. Also, if you don't already, you can always find it here on YouTube or any podcatcher. Also, big, huge shout out and thank you to our friends over at Blue Designs. Go to bluedesigns.com. Use the promo code SOPOD. You can get 20% off your order if you need any sort of recording equipment, gaming, streaming stuff, headphones. Their headphones are absolutely amazing. The headphones I use and the microphone as well are from Blue Design. So big shout out and thank you to those guys. Again, 20% off if you go to bluedesigns.com and use the promo code SOPOD. Check us out on Discord, discord.me/shatteredorder. Always got fun conversations going on in there. And just subscribe, share, and let everybody know if you found this video helpful, and leave any comments that you think may help me improve any videos I do in the future or anything of the sort. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys will have a good one. Later.